In the middle of a 3-week break between the opening 2 races of the 2021 season, we've rounded up all the biggest stories from the world of F1 this week. Since F1 left Bahrain, here's what's been the talk of the paddock heading to the second round at Imola. F1 is hopeful of finalising its sprint qualifying proposal in time for the next race at Imola, with the divisive shake-up to the weekend format set to be trialled at Silverstone, Monza and Interlagos this year. Following lengthy discussions between the teams and F1 bosses, a breakthrough agreement over a financial package has reportedly been made, paving the way for the plan to finally receive the green light. Mercedes is concerned that new rules on F1 development introduced for this year could make it impossible to overturn Red Bull's early performance advantage. Despite making a winning start to the season in Bahrain, Mercedes is convinced that it has no strengths over Red Bull this year, and the team fears it will be harder than ever to boost its competitiveness with the heavy restrictions on development. Red Bull says it will put as much performance as possible onto its RB16B in time for the next race at Imola to improve its 2021 F1 car. Its latest challenger held the edge over Mercedes at the opening round in Bahrain, but that hasn't stopped Red Bull forging ahead with an aggressive development push in the 3-week gap between races to extract more performance from its updated car. Aston Martin has appointed Nico Hulkenberg as its F1 reserve and development driver for the rest of the 2021 F1 season. After losing his last full-time F1 drive with Renault at the end of 2019, Hulkenberg acted as a super sub for the Aston team when it was known as Racing Point at 3 races in 2020, when its drivers were ruled out with positive COVID-19 tests. Romain Grosjean's farewell F1 test has moved a step closer to happening after undergoing a recent seat fitting. The former Haas driver is set to get a run out in one of Mercedes' World Championship winning F1 cars to properly say goodbye to the sport. The Frenchman was forced to miss the final 2 races of his career due to the burn injuries he sustained in his horrific fiery crash at last year's Bahrain Grand Prix. Be sure to like and subscribe to Crash F1 for more videos and to keep on top of all of the latest news.